Good morning, everyone. I am going to go ahead and share with you our last meeting for the high schools that work. Our last high schools that work committee was on 12/19/2018. We opened it up by calling it to order with John Adams in John Adams's classroom. Present at the time was John Adams, Randy Carson, Mark Davis, Preston Thompson, Dave Schramm, and Jim Schmidt. As a group, we kind of approved the agenda, which consisted of making a list or a poster for students to review with important dates in December. We had talked about that in the previous meeting. We followed up with that by putting the school calendar was posted in the classroom for the students to see and review. We continue working on following up with the soft skills. Instructors continue working with students to perform everyday soft skills. This is pretty much an everyday task for us. Another point of the agenda was following up on the Wall of Fame. A few names have been mentioned. Tom Williams, Mary Beth Kohler. We're continuing working on this because all we're doing is getting the names and we're going to submit it to Tasha. We talked about the list of members for Skills USA. All of the instructors above listed continue working with the students to demonstrate their skills needed for competition, so we are still narrowing it down to who we are going to do. The minutes were approved by Mark Davis, and we distribute them throughout email and during the meeting. Some of the opening issues for this next meeting, which was today, for Skills USA competitions, need a list of all the students who are going to compete and reminded us to check the Skills USA dates. Registration, we followed up with that because there was a December 21st date due to take a survey, so everybody has pushed forward on that, I hope, at this point, and we will turn this all into Guy Hopkins. Some of the new business that we talked about in our meeting was pizza for students on Friday. Randy was heading this up because lab teachers were required to make sure we had lunch for all of our students. John Adams and I followed up with that, joined 3 classes, invited Kevin came over. We had a great time. The agenda for the next meeting was set. We're going to continue working on forms that must be filled out for Skills USA. We want to follow up with our business industry partners and their needs. This is a main goal of all of ours. Also, we want to follow up with seniors on college and their work needs, trying to get them ready to move on to the next stage in their life. At that point, we adjourned the meeting. The meeting was adjourned by John Adams, and we set our next meeting for January 9th, 2019. Hope everybody has a nice Christmas. Enjoy the break, and we'll see you next time. Thank you, Jim Schmidt.